have you all here with us. As I mentioned before, we'd really like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the countries that all of us garden on around Australia. And I'd like to invite a very dear friend of mine, Billy Trott, who's very close to me. And he is from Mooning country down on the Nullarbor, but he's coming to us live today from Bungalow country near Port Lincoln. So Billy was going to do a short welcome to country for us. So welcome, Billy.
Thank you, Names. Welcome, everybody. Nice meeting you all. And I'd just like to take this opportunity to pay homage to the elders past and present and future members of Port Lincoln, which is the Bungalow country that I'm currently sitting on and we're recording from, which is good. But yeah, congratulations to you all on the fantastic job that you're all doing, and keep up the good work. It's nice to see that that you're all caring for country and that as well. And yeah, keep up the good work for the future, and congratulations once again.
Thanks for that, Billy. That's really lovely. It's lovely to have you with us.
Yep.
And, feel free to continue staying with us and to meet Costa in a short while, or if you need to get going, that's totally fine as well.
Yeah, yeah, I've got things I need to do too, so I'm just going to depart and let you all get on with your official business there. So take care, everybody. Yeah, and congratulations to Melbourne coming out of the lockdown. Enjoy it while you can. But here in South Australia, you still got to wear a mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that, Billy. It's been lovely to have you with us.
Yep. Thank you, Names.
Okay, first item on our agenda, or next item, I should say, would like to approve the minutes of our previous AGM. Have you all had a chance to have a look at that? Yep. I've got a thumbs up coming there from Josh and a second thumbs up from you, Jill. So I think we'll accept those previous minutes. Thank you all for that. I hope many of you have had a chance to have a look at our annual report for this year. We've had a very successful year for a very small organisation. It's been quite an exciting year. We've had a lot of changes in our organisation, with a lot of new volunteers coming on board with us. This year we've had 14 new volunteers join us. Actually, I think I should add that. That's about 16 actually, and that's ranged from new members of our committee, new state coordinators, new regional representatives, plus some administrative support people with our website, with some copy editing, some graphic design, and some research positions. So I would really like to say a big welcome to all of our new volunteers that have joined us over the year that has been 2021. It's lovely to have you with us, and I'm sure we're only going to continue to gather more as the year goes on, which is very exciting. I'd also like to acknowledge how difficult 2021 has been for many people with COVID, and especially those that have experienced extensive lockdowns, particularly those of you in Melbourne, and then secondly, those coming from New South Wales. It's been a very tough year for people, and we've had many queries, particularly from the Victorian region, from community gardens that have really struggled to interpret the rules around social distancing and where you're allowed to go. And it's been very, really tough for some gardens, because all the work and the dedication and commitment that they put into their local gardens, for many of them, they've seen crops wilt and not been able to access the food that they've been growing, and it's been quite distressing for a few. So I certainly hope that the work we've done has helped some people maintain access to their gardens, with talking to some local council members and to the management committees of a couple of gardens, and helping them to understand how they can interpret those rules more effectively. but it has been a really tough year for everyone. However, it's also shown how resilient all of us community gardeners are. And I think it's really highlighted for many people the importance of community and joining together in a garden space and being able to have that sharing time. And I know we've got a lot of community gardeners, particularly in Victoria, who are going to be rejoicing at the fact that they're going to be able to start holding their social gatherings and their time together in their local community gardens, which is really lovely. So if you'd like to read more, I don't want to really go on for too much, but we do have our annual report there that you can read a lot more detail. But I would like to just go over a couple of our other highlights for the year. Probably our biggest one was getting our new website up and running. It is our biggest offering that we have to both our members and the community gardening network, but also to the general public. And we've managed to get all of our resources back up online, our new directory of gardens around the country. I encourage anyone who doesn't have their garden listed there or knows of a garden that's not listed on that directory to please pop it on there. It's one way that people can really connect with community gardens. It's very simple for them to jump on and pop in their address or their suburb that they live in and find the nearest community garden to them so that they can go and be a part of it as well. So it's a really good resource in that respect for people. So we're really, really happy with that. And a huge thank you goes out to Fiona Campbell, who built that website for us. She has worked tirelessly to make that happen. And also Mushmi, who assisted her, and Russ Grayson as well, who updated a lot of our resources. So we're very lucky to have had that happen. And it's also our online membership system, which we've finally got up and running really effectively, which is very exciting. So we can easily welcome more people into our team. As I said, we've had 16 new volunteers join us this year. We were heavily involved in the Urban Agriculture Forum at the start of 2021, I think it was in April. And we delivered a few presentations for that. And we're on the steering committee to help organise that event, which was very successful. We had a wonderful Facebook Live series with Costa doing garden odysseys all around the country, which was really amazing. And we had huge participation from the public in that. We participated in a podcast with Anthea Fawcett from Foodswell. We've written 6 successful letters of support, encouraging the continuation of a lot of community gardening activities, with a few community gardens having some issues with their local councils and other community groups, and also assisting or supporting the notion of gardens starting up and giving them access to land. We are participating in a food systems governance study at the moment, which is really interesting. And we've done a lot of work. We've been working towards our fulfilling all of the goals that we set for ourselves in our strategic plan. And we've adopted a number of organisational policies over the course of this year as well. So a really successful year. And I would like to say a really big thank you to all the members of the management committee and our wider team of volunteers as well, because without you, we would not have achieved all of this work. So really good job, everyone. Very, very impressed. So I think that's it from me at the moment. And now we just need to look at our financials for the year. Does anybody have any questions on that at all, the financial report that's contained within the annual report? I'm going to take that deathly silence as a no. So we've had mostly, Josh, do you want to speak to this at all? You've literally only been our treasurer for a month.
No, not substantively. It is pretty much documented there that we've acquitted all of our financial transactions. Probably the only thing to highlight is being actually that we do have PayPal, which is enabling an excellent transaction for our new members as well. So
yeah,
that's an achievement for the year as well. But no, does anybody have any questions for me as treasurer? Okay.
Doesn't sound like it. So we've had more outgoings than incomings this year. that has been due to the fact that we still were holding quite a substantial amount of grant funds that would have been acquitted the year before had it not been for COVID. So 3 grants ran a lot longer than they were intended to because the projects couldn't be managed due to lockdowns and so on. But we have had an increase in membership, which is really good. But certainly we're going to be looking to source more funds for our activities in the coming year. We need to work on that. That's something that's heavily in our strategic plan for the coming year. So
I'm happy to move the annual report, including the financial report, to be approved.
Okay. Thanks for that, Chris. Do we have someone to second it? Lorna? Yep. Thank you, Lorna. Okay. Rules amendments. We
need to vote on it.
Sorry?
I think we need to vote on it.
On the annual report?
Financials.
Well, I've moved that we approve it. Lorna's seconded.
We
I
just
think we need to vote in case other people don't approve of it.
Yeah, that's a majority, so.
So that's all good. Okay, so just our special amendments to the rules. This is literally just a little bit of administrative tidy up from the work that the committee's done this year. I think I'll just read through these quickly. Yes, Karen? Yeah. So our current rule about our annual membership fees, I'm just trying to look where the changes are. So at each annual general meeting, the association must determine the amount of annual membership, if any, for the following financial year and the date for payment of that membership. The association may determine that a lower annual membership is payable by associate members. The association may determine that any new member who joins after the start of a financial year must, for that financial year, pay a fee equal to A, the full membership, or B, the pro rata annual membership based on the remaining part of the financial year, or C, a fixed amount determined from time to time by the association. And for the rights of a member, including the right to vote, who has not paid the annual membership by the due date, are suspended until the membership is paid. And this is to be amended to, basically we are removing the section there about pro rata membership because our new membership system, the date that any member joins, they will then have membership for a full year, and that system will automatically remind you when your next due date for membership payment is. So it's not fixed to the financial year, it's for the time that you've paid. So that new rule will now read, the annual membership fees are payable on the date the membership is approved by the association. So that's the first rule. Should we take a vote on that one now? Do you want to do this one at a time, Karen, or do we do
do the one at a time, yeah.
One at a
So
time?
everyone who is in favour or is for that amendment, put your hands up.
Hands up. Have you got a read on that now?
Is that all our members? Anyone against that amendment? I'm assuming that Joe, Jill and you, Mundy, have their hands left up from before. Anyone against that amendment? And anyone abstaining? Okay, great.
Okay, our next amendment is about the composition of our committee. So our old rule states that the committee consists of a president, vice president, secretary and treasurer, and ordinary members may comprise of at least one representative from each of the ACT, New South Wales, Northern Territory, Queensland, South Australia, Tasmania, Victoria and WA. The committee has changed that structure this year and we want our rules to reflect that. So the amendment is to change that to the committee consists of president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, and 3 ordinary members. Can we get a raise of hands on those that approve that amendment? We got that down?
So no one voting against and no one
Anyone voting against?
abstaining. Okay, so it looks like everyone. Thanks.
Okay. Next amendment. This was about the election of ordinary members. So I'll just read this out. This was more of an administrative thing that we didn't really like the way it was written. The election of ordinary members. 1, the annual general meeting must by resolution decide the number of ordinary members of the committee, if any, it wishes to hold office for the next year. 2, a single election may be held to fill all of those positions. 3, if the number of members nominated for the position of ordinary committee member is less than or equal to the number to be elected, the chairperson of the meeting must declare each of those members to be elected to the position. And 4, if the number of members nominated exceeds the number to be elected, a ballot must be held in accordance with Rule 54. We would like to amend this rule to 1, a single election may be held to fill all of these positions. 2, if the number of members nominated for the position of ordinary committee member is less than or equal to the number to be elected, the chairperson of the meeting must declare each of those members to be elected to the position. And 3, if the number of members nominated exceeds the number to be elected, a ballot must be held in accordance with Rule 54. Can we get a vote on those willing to accept that amendment?
So again, I think everyone's hand is up there. Just
Hands
wanted
up.
to confirm that no one voted, abstained or voted against. Great, thank you, everyone.
Anyone on that front? Okay, great. Okay, that was our special amendments for the year there. Just going back to our other agenda, I think we are now at the membership fees. The committee is happy to leave our membership fees as they stand for this year. So it's $20 concession, $50 for a funded garden for full membership, and $20 and $100 for corporate membership for associate membership. Is everybody happy to retain the membership fees at their current rate? Can we get a raise of hands for those that agree? We're all good on that front? Okay.
Looks like everyone put their hand up, but just want to confirm that no one abstained or voted against. Great, thanks everyone.
Okay, that's all good. Excellent. All right, now to the election of our committee. So I will start this process by declaring all positions are now vacant. And we will start, sorry, I've got Costa texting me here while I'm trying to run this meeting, guys. He's going to be joining us very shortly. I'm getting distracted. So Karen, we need somebody to take over chairing the meeting whilst we vote on the role of president.
Yep,
So,
no problem.
but are you happy to?
So, Karen, yep, I can take over chair. So thanks, Naomi. So I'd just like to open nominations for the president of CGA. Could I see a show of hands, anyone who would like to nominate for president? No, we don't do that. I think that's the only hand that I saw. So according to what we just went through our rules just now, there's not, Oscar, stop it. We had there that if there were no other, there's only one nomination, that person be approved, but we thought it'd be nice if each person just says a few words about why they're nominating, what their background is, so you can know the committee a bit more. So Naomi, would you like to do that in a couple of sentences?
Yeah, for sure. And I'll keep it short because we do have Costa online with us here now, and I'm sure most of you would rather have a chat to him than hear about our committee stuff. But I am very passionate about our community gardening movement, and I really enjoy all the work that I do with this organisation. It brings me great joy. And I'm very heavily involved in my own community garden. which I'm very excited about rebuilding, because we've lost a bit of it due to a reconstruction of a community hall. But community gardening is my thing. I love the way it brings people together. I love the way that it brings people to a more localized food system. I love the impact that it has on the climate catastrophe that we are facing. So I will always do my best to represent all community gardens around the country to the best of my ability, and to encourage greater involvement in community gardens and greater awareness with local councils and all levels of government, basically to encourage as much community gardening as we can get happening around this wonderful country. So that's me.
Thanks, Naomi. So as our only nomination, I declare that Naomi Lacey has become our president for the next year. And I would like to personally thank Naomi for all her very hard work over the last few years for Community Gardens Australia. It wouldn't be the organisation if it wasn't for her. And I'm so happy that she continues to do the amazing work and put it all in with her passion and her drive and her way of bringing people together. I think she's a fantastic president and asset for our organisation. So thank you, Naomi. And I will pass back over to you to chair the meeting as new president.
Thanks, Karen. That's really lovely. It's an honour to work with all of you guys. You're amazing. Now we have the vice president position, which is currently held by Karen. Can I call for nominations for the role of vice president, please? And I can't see the screen as much. Thank you, Karen. Jill, can you see everyone? Because I can't. Is there anyone else sticking their hand up? No, so it's just Karen. Okay, it looks like we have the same scenario as per our rules. Congratulations, Karen. As always, an absolute pleasure working with you. And for those of you that don't know, Karen is the one that keeps me very much on the straight and narrow, which I am eternally grateful for. Okay, next role, secretary. Currently we have Jill in the role of secretary. She's only been with us for a short time, but already proving to be quite an asset. Do I have any other nominations for secretary, or Jill, would you like to nominate for secretary?
Yeah.
Jill, have we got anybody else nominating for that role? I can't see the screens, if someone can tell me. No?
No.
So it's just Jill. Okay. Congratulations, Jill. Lovely to have you with us. Okay, we've got Emma trying to get in here. I'll just admit Emma, Karen, if you want to talk to her. And treasurer. Josh is currently holding the role of treasurer. He has been for a very short period of time. Thank you, Josh. Do we have any nominations for the role of treasurer? I would like to nominate Michaela. Michaela, there she is. She's got her hand up. I can see that now.
Yeah.
There we are.
So she's the only one. Any others anymore? No, just Michaela.
Michaela, lovely to have you on board with us.
Thank
I
you.
know you're going to be a real asset to our organisation. We have a very skilled finance genius coming to join our team now. So we're really excited about that. So welcome aboard. Thanks, Michaela.
Thank you.
Excellent. And we now have our 3 ordinary committee positions. So currently we have Chris and Jane in those roles. Chris is our state and territory liaison officer, and we have Jane as our membership coordinator. So can I take the first nomination for one of these 3 ordinary roles?
I think you can probably, Naomi, just take
Take
3.
nominations.
Just take up
for,
any nominations for ordinary member roles. Yeah.
Yep. Got Jane there. I'm scrolling across so I can see. Who else have we got? Chris has got his hand up.
And Josh has got his hand up.
Josh has got his hand
Any
up.
others?
So we have any other nominee for ordinary? Okay, well, there's our 3 wonderful ordinary committee members. Thank you very much, guys. The last thing any of you are is ordinary. I have to say. You're wonderful, wonderful. Excellent. Well, I think that's our the voting done on that front. Welcome to the new committee for 2022. I hope we can all do you guys, all our members, proud with the work that we do in the coming year. And yeah, we'll be certainly doing our best. So I'm going to officially close the AGM side of the meeting now.